Have you ever faced something that seemed impossible to defeat? No matter how hard you tried, no matter how many times you fought back, it kept coming back. You lost, again and again. And after a while, the pain wasn't even the loss itself. It was the feeling that maybe you simply weren't strong enough to win. But what if strength was never the answer? What if the reason you've been losing isn't because you're weak, but because you're fighting the wrong way? Today, I want to tell you an ancient story, a story about a crow, a small, ordinary crow that defeated one of the most feared creatures in the forest. Not with power, not with courage, not with force, but with something far greater. And by the end of this story, you may see your own battles differently. Long ago, deep inside a forest, stood a magnificent banyan tree. High among its branches lived a crow and her mate. It was their home, their safe place, their little world. Every year, the crow would lay her eggs, and every year she would dream about the future. She imagined watching her children grow, learning to fly, filling the sky with their wings. But beneath that very same tree lived a cobra, silent, patient, deadly, and every year when the crow left the nest to search for food, the cobra would slowly climb the tree. By the time she returned, the eggs were gone, every single one. Year after year, season after season, the same tragedy, the same heartbreak, the same helplessness. She cried, she grieved, she rebuilt, and then it happened again and again. Maybe you've felt that way too, like life keeps testing the same wound. Just when you think you've recovered, something comes back and tears everything apart once more. The crow felt exactly that, exhausted, defeated, broken. One day, unable to bear it any longer, she flew to the edge of the forest. There lived her oldest friend, a wise jackal. Unlike others, the jackal didn't rush to comfort her. He simply listened. The crow poured out years of pain. She told him about the cobra, about the eggs, about the endless cycle of loss. When she finally finished, the jackal remained silent for a moment. Then he said something she would never forget. "You cannot defeat the cobra with your beak." The crow lowered her head. She already knew that. The cobra was bigger, stronger, faster. What chance did she have? But then the jackal continued. "Strength fights strength, and the stronger one usually wins. But intelligence doesn't fight strength. It goes around it." The crow looked up. For the first time in years, she felt something she hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. The jackal leaned closer, and he whispered a plan. Near the forest stood a royal palace. Every morning, the king's courtiers would bathe in the palace lake. Before entering the lake, they would place their precious ornaments on the stone steps nearby. The crow flew there. She watched, and she waited, patiently, carefully, for the perfect moment. Then it came. With lightning speed, she swooped down and grabbed the most valuable necklace she could find. Immediately, the guards noticed. They ran after her, exactly as she wanted. The crow didn't fly away too quickly. She wanted them to follow. She led them across the forest, past trees, past rivers, past winding paths, until finally she reached the banyan tree. The guards were right behind her, and then she dropped the necklace straight into the cobra's hollow. Moments later, the guards arrived. They peered inside. There lay the royal necklace, and wrapped around it, the cobra, hissing, ready to strike. The guards reacted instantly. Within moments, the cobra was dead. The necklace was recovered, and the guards left. never realizing they had just solved a problem that had haunted a crow for years. The forest grew quiet. The crow slowly returned to her branch. She looked down at the hollow. For the first time, it was empty. The cobra was gone. Forever. She didn't shout. She didn't celebrate. She simply sat there, breathing. The way you breathe when a burden you've carried for years finally falls away. That season, she laid her eggs once again. And this time, they hatched. She watched her children open their eyes, spread their wings, and begin their lives. The crow had not become stronger. She had not become bigger. She had not fought the cobra and won. She had simply stopped asking, "How do I overpower this?" and started asking, "How do I outthink it?" And that changed everything. Now think about your own life. What is your cobra? What keeps returning? What keeps taking from you? Is it a toxic person, a difficult situation, a fear you've carried for years? Or perhaps the voice inside your own head that keeps telling you you're not enough? Most people spend their lives trying to become stronger than their problems. But wisdom asks a different question. Not, "How do I defeat this?" but, "How do I stop fighting it the way I've always been fighting it?" Your greatest enemy is rarely defeated by force. It is defeated by patience, by observation, by understanding, and by one well-timed, well-placed move. The crow didn't win because she was fearless. She won because she stopped reacting and started thinking. And that may be the most powerful lesson of all. Because sometimes the smartest move isn't fighting harder. It's seeing what everyone else misses. Tell me in the comments, what is the cobra in your life right now? The battle that keeps coming back no matter how many times you face it. I read every comment, and if this story gives you a new perspective, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Until then, I'll be back with another story, one more lesson, one more perspective, one more reason to keep going.